welcome to Bangry. This is quickly becoming your favorite segment on this show, okay? It's the part of the show where you write in and I get bangry because you know what I always say, there are no stupid questions, just stupid people. We got a letter today from a guy named Scott Dunstall. Scott Dunstall writes in and says, "Dear Giovanni, I love the show. I just read in the paper that Canada has dropped in the rankings of the best places to live in the world. Does that make you bangry?" All right. It's Canada's 150th birthday. Everybody knows that. All right. And I got to give full disclosure right now. I am not Canadian by birth. And I don't mean like some of you paisans that were made in Canada with Italian parts. I mean 100%. I am not born in Canada. I became a Canadian citizen through something called naturalization. What happened is when I was born, they brought me over. They said, "Look at this kid. He's got too much talent. Naturally, we got to make him a citizen." All right, what you might not know is we didn't come directly to Canada, okay? My father first immigrated to the United States in like the beginning of the 1970s. Then during the Vietnam War, he got stationed in Canada. There are 3 political science students right now that are laughing their heads off, all right? That's funny. Okay, folks, relax, all right? I don't want to offend anybody out there. I love every country has got good and bad, all right? I'm a big fan of that expression that goes, heaven is a place where the police are British, huh? The mechanics are German. The lovers are French. The cooks are Italian. And everything is organized by the Swiss. And hell is probably a place where the police are German, the mechanics are French, the cooks are British, the lovers are Swiss, and everything is organized by the Italians. All right? You know what I'm saying? So don't get offended. But I got to tell you, when I saw the countries that beat us on this list, I blew a gasket. Are you ready for this? Oh, look, number 1, Switzerland. Okay, I spent a good weeks and months researching, and by weeks and months, I mean 15, 20 minutes. I researched everything I could about Switzerland. I can't find one good thing about being Swiss. All right, the flag is a big plus. Other than that, there's nothing else that's positive. Right now, there's 4 electrical engineers that are laughing their heads off. Next, Sweden. I got to be honest with you, I researched Sweden because I thought it was the same as Switzerland. But anyway, I don't know, these guys beat us. The people who made this list, haven't they ever watched a hockey game? We destroy these guys in hockey all the time. And not just because we won't let them wear the helmets with the little horns on it. And it's not just because they're so tired, but because they're up all night long trying to put their hockey equipment together. Hashtag IKEA. We beat them because we're better than them. How can we be ranked lower than a country that's famous for these tiny little meatballs that you have to eat with a toothpick? Yes, folks, I said it. Sweden has small balls. Okay, I'm coming. I'll calm down. Okay, you want to talk about Canada, huh? It's ranked number 3. I don't know, number 3, I don't know. So maybe Canada's not perfect. I always say one thing, we are all God's children and he doesn't play favorites, okay? Don't change the channel. No one's going to ask you for money, all right? Relax. It's not that kind of program. I'm just making a point. So other countries don't get jealous. They balance everything out. For example, let's take Europe, okay? Oh, my God. The art, the culture, the food. But God balanced that out, you see, with thousands of years of war and bloodshed, huh? Hairy armpits and the Speedo. You see how that balances out? All right? And what about Australia? Oh, natural beauty, unbelievable. And look at exotic animals you don't get anywhere else. Australia, beautiful. The problem there is every animal there wants to kill you, huh? And let's face it, the location's terrible. It's barely on Earth. If the world was a restaurant, Australia would have the worst table. down in the corner, in the back, people walk by, and nobody pretends it's not even there. Okay? And then there's Canada. I know what you're saying, Giovanni. What could balance Canada out? Canada, this incredible, rich natural resources. The people, the beautiful people living together in harmony for years and years, peace and prosperity for everyone. What could be the balancing factor to this? Look who God gave us as a neighbor. Huh? America, our one and only neighbor. And it won't shut up. I'm the greatest, look at me, God bless America, look at me. Well, I got something to say to you, America. Canada is better. We're bigger and we're on top. And if the world was a prison, that would mean something. Okay, I'll calm down, I know what you're thinking. Huh? What about the fact that America is more powerful? They got the military, they're more superpower, huh? And they got the F-16s. We got the F-minus thing. Basically, it's a Labatt's blue hot air balloon, 2 guys named Eddie. Okay? I mean, they're good, but you know what I mean. There's only so much they can do. When I say to that, I say we already settled that. We had a war once, the War of 1812, and we won. But you don't see us go bragging about it all the time. Okay, mostly because we don't want a rematch. But we don't brag about it because we don't have to. They know. And I know they know. Okay? Because when I cross the border and they say, what is the total amount of goods you have to declare today, sir? I say, I got this mug, I got a couple pair of underwear. I think the total comes to, 1812. They know. They know. Everybody says America's more efficient with the technology, the man on the moon and this and that, and they got their machines. You can be too efficient, all right? Let's take a look at how they brew beer, for example. That's pretty efficient because it tastes the same going in as it does coming out. Yeah? Okay, I'll calm down. I promise. Don't cut the good parts out. All right. Everybody says, Giovanni, what about the culture? American culture. I mean, it's the greatest culture. And we don't have a culture over here. We just steal American culture. Maybe that's true. But we do it better. For example, in America, they got cougars. We got Van Cougars. Huh? Their literature program is amazing. They got Horton Hears a Who. We have Tim Horton Hears a Who Cares? Huh? That's what we got. And then they got the eagle, the bird with the thing and its ball and a hook nose. Like anything with a nose and hooks like that should be shot. What? Anyway, we have the loon. That's way better than the eagle, huh? It's the coolest animal in the animal kingdom. First of all, it go in the water like that. It swims in the water. It's cool. All the other animals, look at that loon. It's so cool. It's got it together. It's a strong beak. It looks like it's not even moving. The water's like this. It's cool. It's under control. It's a perfect symbol for our country. No one knows that you look down deep in the water. He's paddling like crazy, trying to stay on course, trying to go against the tide, to do the right thing, to go on a straight path. Nobody knows that. The only people that know that are the fish. And they're not going to tell anybody because the loon will just crap on them. I'm Giovanni Domenico Modesto Enrico Giuseppe Petiti, and I am Canadian.